way we live, the way we work, and the way we interact with each other. You have technologies today like artificial intelligence, you have automation, you have blockchain, and renewable energy. All of these are reshaping industries and societies worldwide. So, this was one fundamental one which really stood out for me. I looked at the overall at the larger level as well. Saying, does globalization have some impact on these transformative times? And what I felt was today the world is far more interconnected than ever before. It's facilitating us with exchange of ideas, goods, and cultures across borders. This interconnectedness has both positive and negative ramifications. It leads to shift in geopolitics, economics, and even cultural norms, right? So that was the second one that I really looked at in terms of transformative change. The third one, which I think is extremely integral for all of us, the environmental challenges that we face as an industry today. Climate change and environmental degradation pose existential threats to our humanity. The increasing frequency of extreme weather events, our rising sea levels, and loss of biodiversity. These are the highlights in the environmental changes that we need to take action to mitigate and adapt how we are going to face these challenging times. My fourth last one on transformative change, which I felt was making a difference, was the socio-economic shifts that we see in the environment. Economic globalization, coupled with technological advancements that I talked about in point one, is really leading to significant changes in labor markets. There is income inequality that you see, there is social mobility that you see, and there is job displacement happening as well due to automation. And this entire interesting piece of the gig economy, which is really changing your traditional models of how you're going to get employed. So these were the four shifts that I really saw happening. If I could have my next slide up, which really talks about if this positive change in transformative times is what we need to drive, what are the women in this industry actually really doing about this? So as far as I see us as women leaders, I think we play a crucial and very critical and important role in driving transformational change in the advertising and marketing industry. How do we do that? We bring diverse perspectives. Talked about inclusivity in advertising and marketing campaigns. Let's take a look at few of these areas where we really need to focus on to drive these transformative changes. But take the next one, which is really around consumer insights. Women leaders today have a deep understanding of consumers, and I think the reason we do it is because intuitively the emotional side of a woman and how she understands other human beings comes very, very naturally to her. So we leverage this creative and more targeted around innovations in creativity. This is the second one that I'm talking about at a larger level on changes that we see. What do women leaders land up doing? I think you'll all agree that we bring very fresh perspectives and innovative ideas on the table which genuinely challenge traditional approaches, whether we are driving creativity in advertising or our marketing campaigns. We take insights and experiences both in real life and bring them into the campaigns that help us sometimes break stereotypes, challenge norms, or resonate deeply, very, very well with our consumers. I'm going to now take the next one, which really shows two cases which I feel personally very inspired by, if I may call the two campaigns that I'm going to show you today, to see what did they do for the larger ecosystem of trying to drive equality within women. Can we play the first video, please?
अरे आगे तुम जरा पर्स और
आगे बेटा, अरे चलो देर हो रही है, मूवी शुरू हो जाएगी मामा।
मैं नहीं आ रही हूँ, मुझे बहुत काम है, आप लोग जाइए।
पापा, आर यू गाइस ओके? झगड़ा हुआ है क्या?
हमेशा झगड़ा होता है, ये तो कुछ और ही है। एक अजीब सा डिस्टेंस है। We have been growing apart for quite some time. It is like
It's like a silent separation.
yes, it is like a silent separation. I have been thinking. पता नहीं मैंने ऐसा क्या किया।
Papa, you know I love you both equally. May I say something? मामा अपना ऑफिस और घर और मेरा स्कूल और कॉलेज सब अकेले संभालती थी. Mama has just been giving and giving for so long that I'm afraid maybe she's just given up.
I need help. Taking your mom for granted. पिक्चर कल देखी? I'm really sorry. अब समझ में आ रहा है कि अगर साथ रहना है तो साथ देना भी है. Can we start again? Please.
You can start now. So as you see, this campaign actually challenged stereotypes by highlighting the unequal division of household chores and encouraging men to take more
वैसे
responsibility on
फिल्म कैसी
household
रही?
tasks. This sparked a lot of
इसने
conversation
देखी
about gender
तो घर
equality
वापस लौटा है.
within
Such?
households and received widespread acclaim for the powerful message that it sent out. The other one that I'm going to really play is something that's really very, very close to my heart. It talks again about a campaign that challenged stereotypes surrounding adoption and family by telling us a very heartwarming story of a transgender mother and her adopted daughter. This is by Wix. Can we play the next video, please?
मम्मी नाराज तो होने ही वाली है. वो तो चाहती कि मैं डॉक्टर ही बनूं. इसने हॉलीडेज खत्म और बोर्डिंग स्कूल शुरू. एक दिन भी एक्स्ट्रा रुकने नहीं दिया. मम्मी भी ना. मम्मी ने अपनी लाइफ अपने आप ही बनाई. 18 साल की थी जब उनके फादर ने उन्हें घर से निकाल दिया. अकेले रहने का तो सोचने से भी डर लगता है. मैंने अपने पापा को कभी देखा नहीं और मेरी असली माँ वो बहुत बीमार रहती थी. उनके बारे में सिर्फ एक ही दिन याद है जो मैं कभी भुला नहीं पाती। एक दिन कुछ लोग आए और उन्हें एम्बुलेंस में ले गए। फिर वो कभी वापस ही नहीं आई। फिर एक दिन मम्मी आई। बहुत प्यार से मुझे अपनी गोद में बिठाया और मुझे अपने घर ले गई। तबीयत खराब थी तो पूरी रात मेरे साथ बैठी रही। सुबह मम्मी ने एक सुंदर सी रेड फ्रॉक पहनाई, मेरे लिए ढेर सारे चिप्स बनाए। मम्मी के साथ 10 साल हो गए। अब तो मम्मी मम्मी कम और दोस्त ज्यादा बन गई। संडे हम दोनों का फेवरेट दिन है। बालों में तेल लगाने के बाद कड़ी चावल और रात में हॉरर फिल्म। डर लगता है, पर मम्मी होती है ना तो नहीं लगता। ये है मेरी मम्मी, है ना प्यारी?
You can stop that as well. Thank you. So this one really aimed to promote acceptance and inclusion while
हमने
challenging
लाइफ में
societal
इतने
norms
प्रॉब्लम्स देखे,
about what
कितना कुछ
constitutes
सहा है,
a traditional family.
फिर भी
I think
उन्होंने
two
हमेशा
powerful
मेरा ख्याल
campaigns,
रखा है।
genuinely inspired by some women creators who work closely on these two campaigns. Let me talk
सिविक्स
about
बुक
the
में तो
next
लिखा है
one, which
कि
I think really
सबके लिए
makes a
बेसिक
lot of
राइट सेम
difference.
होते हैं।
It's the representation and diversity that we as leaders,
मम्मी को
women
क्यों
leaders,
नहीं?
actually lead. We take great pride in prioritizing diversity and inclusion in our organizations. We advocate for more women representations, even in the underrepresented groups, whether it is race, caste, diverse skill sets, or trying to get equal opportunities for women in our workforce to try and give equal opportunity to a male and woman candidate. Today, a lot of organizations have actually pulled out goals on what should the leadership bench strength be in their organizations. The one that I represent, which is Densu, we are looking at trying to get women leadership at 50% in the next 5 years on the board table across our global organization. So feel very proud and privileged to lead an organization that believes in women leadership and empowerment. Which brings me to my next point. How do we empower and mentor our people? So today the leaders in this industry, all of you sitting over here, I'm sure play your own part in ensuring that your team members, your fellow colleagues who you look at, you are really there shaping their professional growth in this industry. How are you going to be doing that? Are you being supportive? Do we have an inclusive work environment? Do we encourage creativity? Do we encourage collaboration with our women leaders? And what kind of innovations do we ensure that they come up with? Some of these organizations, mine being one of them, have training programs as well to try and craft out how these women leaders are going to get empowered in the future. There's one such one that I'd like to talk about from Densu. It's called Path of Tabe. Tabe is a name of a woman leader who is a mountaineer. She entered the male industry of mountaineering and climbed all possible peaks to kind of get and reach to the summit that she had. In our program, we've also been trained over an 18-month period as leaders to saying, where is it? It's a tough male world, but you can get there up to your summit if you have the potential in you. So don't look down, just look up and try and raise those hands whenever you see opportunities of leadership teams or positions in your organization. Another part which I think is helping a lot of us, interestingly, if I go to my next one, is really around these digital trends, right? We're obviously, as women leaders, forefront in trying to adapt these leadership trends, right? You have influencers today, most of them women, a lot of them really making a mark in this industry, doing influencer marketing people. You have them doing travelogues, etc., and everything. They found their niche. They found areas of working which they had never thought that they would do earlier on. You today already have women who are saying, I'm that kitchen chef who's giving you that home cooked meal. Come and order that for me. So I think the way we've looked and adapted as women leaders, we never thought we were going to be entrepreneurs. But today, the digital trend and the medium is allowing you to get there and do exactly what you want. So sky is the limit for you. So go ahead and get there. Which leads me to the other one, which is again a very close to my heart, which is what is the social impact and responsibility that we as women leaders, or I personally want to lead going forward. Which brings me to, yeah, thank you so much. Many women leaders have committed themselves in this advertising and marketing industry to be a force for good. We advocate social causes and we want to ensure we drive positive change. So even within us, whether it is programs that we do for social impact, whether it is, a malaria campaign that Dentsu did to eradicate malaria, or we have a program called One Day for Change, where we really bring in our set of leadership team, women and male both, to try and make a difference in society. So we are taking responsibility of ensuring that the social causes, which today really need great focus on from our side, is something that we do. So we as advertising professionals are able to build new cultural narratives, use platforms to promote the messages of equality, sustainability, which is another important critical part today. As consumers, you would know everyone is really not looking at doing any lip service. They want the brand to be action oriented, to live and breathe the commitments that they are talking to us. So if I have to finally just end my few thoughts that I've put together today in summary, I'm just going to talk about that the leaders in this industry social role in shaping narratives, values, and practices of this industry. Through our and their leadership and advocacy and innovation, they are contributing in many ways. They're being diverse, equitable, and having impact on the businesses that they run and build the aspirations of the Indian society. They're advocating for absolutely what we called out in the title, positive change, by challenging norms, embracing innovations, advocating for diversity and inclusion, and addressing important societal and environmental issues. Their leadership and contributions are essential for shaping a more inclusive, equitable, and sustainable future for this industry and society as a whole. Thank you so much. It's been an absolute pleasure to share my thoughts on the subject.
Ladies and gentlemen, the loudest cheers please for ma'am. Some really insightful thoughts from her end. Thank you so much. On that note, I'm going to request you to stay back. I request Bijoy ma'am to kindly come over here and present you a special token of appreciation from Lavi and Sudha. इस बात के लिए एक और बार प्लीज जोर से तालियां. We have a photo of moment as well. The token of appreciation, I believe, looks really good. I also wanted it, but I don't think I've done anything to get appreciated. No, just kidding. I'm just kidding. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the moment. Can you please clap once again? And the photo op is happening. Thank you. Wow. Thank you so much, ma'am. Pleasure hearing you. All right, so right now we'll be having our first panel discussion, but uske pehle thoda sa time chahiye hoga because we need the panel to be set up. So we'll just take 2 minutes and then we'll get going. And just a quick request for everybody. I think sometime back the coffee machine was running. I know the coffee over here tastes wonderful, but then when the session is going on, let's request you all to kindly keep it closed as a program. Another request would be that request you all to kindly keep your phones in silent mode so that none of our speakers get distracted. Thank you. Five, right. Pass. Videographer sir, can I ask you, is it fine as per your frame? Perfect. Who are you? सर देखो गाइड कर रहे हैं आपको एक्सपर्ट स्किल्स है आपके पास तो यूज करिए
राजू उसको बोलो ब्लू क्यों डाला है यार, व्हाइट डालो ना यार, क्यों ब्लू डालता है?
All right, I believe we're all set. Nehal, Saloni, all panelists, perfect. Okay, thank you so much. So I think that was some really insightful thoughts from Anita ma'am. Right now, it's time to move forward to the first panel discussion of the day. The topic for the moment right now is mentoring and empowering the next generation of women. The session is all set to be chaired by Tufail Merchant, co-founder and business director, Howl. And she'll be joined on stage by Mansi Bhatia, Chief Business Officer, Shublu, Nidhi Bish, actor, Nikita Agarwal, Chief Business Officer, Suta, Samyukta Ganesh Iyer, Chief Experience Officer, VP and Head of Marketing, Sephora. And just a quick note for Nidhi as well. I think it's a very special day for her. I must congratulate her. She's already known for versatile projects like Girl Yappa, Permanent Roommates, and many more. And today is a special day for her because a project is now live on Netflix. It's called Mamla Lagal Hai. So congratulations. Legal Hai, legal Hai. Okay. It's so legal that I've been given Lagal. So thank you, Mamla Legal Hai. That is it. And thank you so much. The stage is all yours. Looking forward to hearing you.
Yeah, okay. Hi, I'm Tufail. We were just having a discussion just outside before we enter, this venue. We're going to keep this very free flowing. The idea is to really talk about, mentorship and how mentorship can play an active role in transforming and building the next women leaders. Obviously, we've got a lot of experience on this panel, so I'm just going to ask any of you all, right, and you can take it from there. The question really is that how do you sort of see yourselves actively involved with working with a lot of women employees and actually sort of building them into becoming mentors? And over to all of you all, you can just take it from there.
Yeah, I think we were. Yeah. So hi, thank you very much for having me here today. I think we had a lot of fun. In fact, we commented saying it looks like the panel's already started. I don't want to give too much away, but I think that at this stage, I think we stopped at a very interesting point when we said change begins at home. It doesn't necessarily, you don't have to wait 20, 23 years to, start your corporate career to kind of, experience or go through a lot of things. So we'll have to probably start grooming the next generation, so to speak, and people around us to start treating. And I think there needs to be a lot of empathy as well, not sympathy, empathy in terms of just understanding different stages in a woman's life, what happens at every stage. There was a comment about how much we pick up early on, and then we want to run with it. And then there comes a stage when, of course, things happen, things will change, there will be life changes that will happen. And the measure, the metric does not remain the same for a man versus a woman. And how we had a very interesting anecdotal evidence of when a woman is pregnant versus when a man declares that he's going to have a child. How the same conversation narrative in terms of promotion, growth, everything is viewed as exact 360 opposite. And so yeah, let's just have a very freewheeling conversation today. I don't want to say more.
Yeah, absolutely. Senator, I think what the change has to start, it has to start at home. And I have personally experienced this, why I would like to have this conversation because it's not necessary that the woman's career has to take a step back, right? Always, why, like say, for example, when it's the move, say the husband needs to move for another job to another location and the wife is doing well in her role. So why is it essential for the wife to move along with her husband? Or if it's the other way around, will the husband make the move? So I think times have to change. People also have to understand that it is important for both the genders to move at equal paces. It's not about one scoring over the other. And in my opinion, that grooming has to start very early. Especially even men have to be conditioned that from their early childhood. It's not that just because you are a guy, you will always have preference over the other gender. So I think that conditioning, we are very far away from that, but it's a long way. But I think that change has started and needs to be more vocally spoken about. Or I think the way even children are brought up, I think parents need to incorporate these changes early in their parents.
Yeah, first of all, really glad that I'm part of this very prestigious panel. Earlier, when I read it, I felt very out of place कि मैं as an actor आके इतने cool और aspirational. I always wanted to join the club, but वो IQ थोड़ा कम था तो used it in a different stream. But like we were discussing outside also, so I am a lawyer by qualification. I studied law and then I practiced in Delhi High Court for almost 2 years, and then I transitioned into storytelling, acting, and everything else. And all along during that time, I will share my personal journey. I always felt and I'm not going to make it like a ladka-ladki wala debate, but it is just a personal experience that I observed that my brother, he had really cool mentors. He was senior to me and वो उसको गाइड कर रहे थे कि चल अभी तू 4 साल इंजीनियरिंग कर ले, उसके बाद ये वाली प्लेसमेंट के लिए बैठ जाना, वो वाली कंपनी अच्छी आएगी, तू कम से कम ये पैकेज ले लेना. एंड व्हेन आई कंप्लीटेड माय लॉ, आई एब्सोल्युटली हैड नो आइडिया कि मैं कहाँ जॉब लेने जाऊँ, उसके बाद मेरा क्या फ्यूचर होगा. एंड आई केप्ट थिंकिंग, ऑल्दो आई वाज लकी इनफ, आई थिंक that I started working with one of the best legal firms, and I had a female boss. The associates, the colleagues around me, my bosses, my immediate bosses, they were all women, and so in that sense, I felt very protected, and I always cherished that layer of protection. कि कोई बात नहीं, गलत हो गया. And in litigation बहुत डांट पड़ती है. मतलब initial years में तो I'm sure ये सारे profession के साथ ही true है. But if you are a young intern, से अगर आप शुरू कर रहे हैं तो you are not a lawyer really, you are a paralegal. आप Xerox के लिए भाग रहे होते हो, आप रिसर्च करा रहे होते हो और उसमें भी कुछ ऊपर नीचे हो ही जाता है यार, है ना. तो उस पे जो डांट पड़ती थी, तो it can really affect you ना. It is your early years like that. But I was very lucky that I had seniors around me, the associates around me, my colleagues. They were all women and they really guided me in a very needed manner, like much needed manner. And they were the ones when I decided कि यार ये मेरा नहीं हो पाएगा, ये I think मुझसे मेरी शायद calling कुछ और है. That's a different story, that how I transitioned in everything. And like all best bosses, usually हमें shows वगैरह में देखा था कि bosses behave like oh मेरा job छूट के जा रही है, अब मैं बताऊंगी. But it did not happen to me, and I was very very happy that she was like कि तुझे जो भी करना है, I'm fully supporting you, and just be in touch. और कुछ भी कहीं पे भी you're going to Mumbai, whatever going to happen, just always remember that I am always around. And so I think that mentorship, I was very lucky that I found that so initially in my life and in my career, and I try to pass it on here as much as possible. And please speak more, otherwise my good day.
So, like after hearing all three, मेरे कुछ ना contradictory चीजें हुई है. How she said that she's had all female bosses, I've had all men. ठीक है? And initially, when I was starting as very early on, I had that I used to constantly hear comments or anecdotes और कि अच्छा ठीक है अभी तो शादी कर लेगी, अच्छा अभी तो बाहर चली जाएगी, those kind of things, those kind of comments. And somehow, without any names of anything, my initial years, my bosses, my managers, I used to not understand the thought process. And somehow मेरे mind में हमेशा रह गया कि यार मैं ना कभी अगर मैं मैनेजर बनूँ ना, मैं ये नहीं करूँगी, मैं ऐसे नहीं करूँगी. And somehow, really as I progressed in my career, as I climbed the ladder, I started hiring more of women into my team. And I ensured that the mentorship that was required, जो मेरे साथ हुआ, मैं वो नहीं pass on कर. So I think that change needs to start with you first, of you ensuring that कोई अगर दूसरा कर रहा है तो मैं वो नहीं करूँ. That's not something that I resonate. So I think that is something that really got into my mind, and touch wood I got very good team. They were very they really connected with me. In fact, I when I came to Mumbai, I messaged one of my old teammate कि मैं मुंबई में हूँ, मुझे बता मैं क्या करूँ यहाँ पे, कहाँ जाऊँ, मेरे पास थोड़ा टाइम है. So that relationship building, along with the right mentorship, along with the right push, as she said, कि कोई गुस्सा होने की बात नहीं है अगर तुम छोड़ के जा रहे हो एक organization, but rather supporting and rather that constant push to go do more. It's fine. Go even if it is required. I mean, please don't quote me, but even if it is required to go and fight with your husband and your in-laws and your family, please do it. If you feel that that is something that you require for your career, only then, and believe me, this whole with you. Once you take a step forward, there will be 10 who will be telling you and who will be judging you. But there will be 100 who will be saying, "यार मैं तेरे साथ हूँ, ये मैंने भी किया है, जा कर." So you need to decide for yourself which one you want to do. I think that's
interesting. And tell me one thing: do you think that's changing? Have you seen that change in the last couple of years? Are you seeing more of this happening, or is that very
we are like this, we need to first do this in order for this to happen. There needs to be this change, this journey that needs to happen. For that to happen, there needs to be a lot of noise. There needs to be like a big bang that happens. It can't happen with a few.
It needs to be
1%.
explosive, yeah.
It has to be explosive. It has to be inclusive in the true sense, inclusive, not the lip service that everyone's kind of talking about. And for that to happen, it's going to take time. It started probably in very small ways, like a great example that she mentioned. But only she knows the judgment that's happening or she's facing. It's very unconscious bias. It could be a body language, it could be something, a very snarky comment, it could be something that someone said, guises this in the sense of humor. Usually comes and puts things like that. Nobody really comes and tells you anything to your face. But it's going to take time. And it's going to it needs a lot of real noise to happen to change that.
Yeah, I think I completely agree with Mansi that I think we as women need to accept that it's okay that we are not going the pressure which we put on ourselves that we have to fit into each and every bucket, and we have to kind of ensure that we tick all the boxes and okay, we have to be a good mother, we have to be a good professional. It is fine. It's not essential that
It's difficult to be good at everything, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And and each individual has their own personal preferences and choices. I might be a strong career-oriented woman. Okay, fine. I just because I'm not attending, say, a child's parent-teacher meeting, if my say, whatever, if somebody else can attend it. So it's not it's not something to be to put yourself down with or expect or put yourself in a box. Okay, fine, I'm not there for my family or whatever. Because that's very essential. Mansi rightly said, if you know that that your family is taken care of, or if you're doing the right thing, it's very important to build a strong ecosystem. I live alone in Bombay, right? There's so much pressure to attend events, run for meetings, meet people. At the same time, manage the house. It's like a roller coaster ride at times. It gets overwhelming, but it's okay. I've accepted that. I tell it's okay to ask for help, and that's precisely what that's in personal anecdote which I want to share. That it got too much for me. I asked for help. Whether it is your colleagues, whether it's your bosses, and most often or not, you limit yourself by not asking for help. So I think it's important to ask for help, and my bosses are great. I mean, they in terms of they tell me why don't you get an EA? It's high time you get an EA, right? And they empower me by saying statements like that. They empower me by saying stay hungry, stay foolish, So that's something which I vouch by. That has helped me excel in whatever I have done. And and that's exactly what my when I empower my team also. That's a philosophy which I follow as well. If it's okay for them to make mistakes, but also I give them the freedom to explore, to learn and go in depth into the subject which they are working on. So I think and when it comes for inclusivity, there was an instance which I faced. I'll not name where it happened or whatever. There was this one manager, and he didn't want to hire. He was very orthodox in his thinking or whatever. He didn't want to hire girls in his teams. He was like, "Arey, abhi to shaadi kar legi or chali jayegi." And I was like, I will make sure that 10, 2 more or 3 more the hires which happen in that team are girls and who are of marriageable age only, because that mindset has to change. And I made sure that happened. So and it's the choice of that woman whether she continues to, whether she's 23, 24, whether she wants to get married at 21, whether she wants to get married at 30, whether she wants to have an initial kick in her career, she wants to have a child at 40. It is her choice. So I think we should respect that.
No, absolutely. I mean, when we were having the conversation outside also, we were sharing our personal anecdotes, and you rightly said, यार मतलब बहुत सारी यही वाली mentorship की जरूरत है कि it's okay, don't take it, and I personally feel that as women we are over sincere also. So we want to score 10 out of 10 on each and every department, be it at work, at home, with personal relationship and everything. और कुछ भी एक थोड़ा सा भी ऊपर नीचे हो जाता है ना, so it does affect you, yeah, you know. And so we need people around us, more women to tell us कि it is okay यार, मतलब हो गया यार, कोई बात नहीं, relax.
We are also this strange generation, the generation that all of us belong to. Unlike our parents, who come from a generation where probably the mom worked but had a more, say, an easier job, let me put it that way. And then there was like family, and there was support, right? There was a system in place. Of course, that generation had its own set of issues. And then we are now facing another generation that's already created there in the workplace with us, which is very clear on boundaries, very clear on saying no, very high on their quotient of I, very clear on saying doesn't work, goodbye.
Yeah.
We are this weird piece of our generation that's neither that nor this. And we are I think we are like the last man standing kind of a generation, last woman standing generation, so to speak, where we have all of the good and the bad inherited from the top as well. This we're looking at them and saying, oh my God, so aspirational. Sometimes I feel there should be reverse mentoring happening to the millennials from the Gen Zs, because we have no clue sometimes, you know, in terms of, like we were discussing outside, when someone says something to you or there's an remark coming towards you, you're not really thinking how to be, you're like, there are things somebody was saying, like, you know, there are things happening in my head. I'm not really saying it, and outside you can just see me like give you this smiles, you know, like very zen-like smile telling you people.
We don't have the
No,
confidence.
not at all.
Still,
Not
so,
at all.
like,
We
today's
pretend we do, but that's about it. It
I'll
ends
just
there.
smile and I'll be like, oh, it's okay.
Trying to be sassy.
So yeah, so I mean, I think I don't know how much time we have, so let me give us a time check. But in terms of mentoring, right now, obviously you've got a lot of Gen Z working with you. They're already there, like you just mentioned, in terms of drawing their boundaries and stuff like that. But again, they're still part of the executive workforce. I mean, they're just starting their jobs and the likes of that. What's your advice on how do you go about mentoring, those who are on their mid managerial level, because they're somewhere, where they're obviously wanting to make strides in their career, and they're facing all of this that you guys have faced. And sometimes I feel that they could be a little bit lost. And I just want to know, what is it that you guys do, to be able to mentor, such women in the workforce? And the other question as a follow-up is, what's your advice to men, in terms of saying how should you, sort of mentor, women in your teams, right? And how should that mindset shift sort of happen? And maybe it'll not happen immediately, but you got to be a little bit cautious. You got to be a little bit cognizant, of these aspects. So 2 questions here. One is, what do you all do? And second is, what is your advice to men when it comes to mentoring? Because I still believe that men can mentor. It's not like men aren't the mentors. It's just a little bit of a shift that they sort of need to make. Yeah, I rely on you, on your wisdom.
So I'll start with the first bit first. Okay. Very interesting, example. So in my previous organization, I had my teammate, and she wanted to be an actor. Okay, and she did some assignments, but she was into e-commerce. Okay, so imagine, weekends she used to take. She still takes assignments. She still does projects or whatever it is called. I don't understand the industry. So she used to travel to Mumbai and and work in Gurgaon. So imagine her life. And at times, I used to face this constant fear that मुझे नहीं पता ये क्या करना चाहती है, acting या e-commerce, and she was very good. She was very good. She was like one of my star performers, really good, amazing work, and I don't want to, I never wanted to lose her. So obviously my brain used to tell her to retain her, to not let her go, because she was literally my, you can say my right, left, all my hands, just understand my language. So, that kind of tuning. But at the same time, her heart was into acting, and she was like, I'm okay to travel, and जब कुछ बड़ा मिलेगा ना, तब मैं छोड़ दूँगी. That kind of. She was like, obviously there is an income coming. So, how do you mentor now this? How do you handle this situation?
It was very tricky. I don't want to lose her, but at the same time, her heart lies somewhere else. I know she's good in both the things, but at the end of the day, she will have to choose one. So the mentorship that was required, or I did a lot of so before coming into this role, just to share, I did a lot of personality traits, conflict management courses, and all of that to understand what my teammates' personality trait is and how to adapt myself to it, etc. But none of this will work over here. None of this. The only thing that worked was having a heart to heart, putting myself into her shoes, sitting down and having a chat. Literally. Putting a pro and con with her on the table to say, what next?
Working with her was essentially that very
Exactly.
work, yeah.
At times we are very split. She took an example. Your husband is moving out of country. Do you leave a job for that, or what is the other solution? Trying to work it out with the with your team at times really helps in pushing them and really provides them the true meaning of mentorship, I feel. Becoming their friend or becoming their ears or becoming their thought process and giving them the direction that maybe this, sharing your example. So, I just, this came to my mind when you were saying so.
Say, if I'm trying to answer your first question, how do I mentor people who are, say, in the middle level or little more senior than executives and they're looking to transition into bigger roles. I think it's very important to pass one lesson, which is the importance of letting go, right? Because say, if you're going to keep doing the same thing over and over again, so this is not limited to say a particular gender. Honestly, it's a very open advice, which probably I give to anyone who works under my team. So you have to let them reach a certain skill level, and then you have to generally tell them that if you are okay, you have achieved a certain mastery in a certain skill set or whatever you're doing. Train somebody else under you to do that, so that you can unless you don't train somebody to do that, you'll keep doing the same thing, right? So you'll never be able to come a step up, right? So and if you don't do that, you'll not be able to create more bandwidth for yourself, for more learning, for more for skill advancement or whatever it may be. And you cannot then your trajectory is going to be you will grow, but probably in a slower pace, right? So I think that is one important lesson, which, or rather, mentorship guidance, which I will look at. And apart from that, upskilling, if there is something which you identify, okay, this person maybe is doing a certain role, but is great at doing something else. So I think it's also important to empower that person to take up that additional responsibility, where that person can shine way more. I think that is also something which, that is true mentorship, because that person, if it shows potential in another area, and if you're able to guide and mentor that person to take up more initiatives there, I think that is also a great way to empower your team.
Anybody wants to answer the second question?
I have to. No. I was asking you to repeat the second question because it was something
what's your
about
advice
men,
to what's your advice to men in terms of mentoring women, right? At the workplace and organizations.
I think what advice generally I take from men mentors as such is
What advice would you give to men who would want to be mentoring women, right?
I think for women it's very important before they give any advice or mentor them to understand where they are coming from, or understanding their area of not jump to giving advices right away, but generally understanding the true nature of the problem, because for women it might be multiple layers of complexities which is involved, right? So I think that is one small advice which I would like to give mentors for mentoring the women.
In simple words, if I put it, stop passing comments. नहीं सुनना मुझे. सही में. या तो बैठ के discussion कर लो, या comment मत मारो.
Point loudly taken.
I think in my case, it's a little contrary. Some of my best mentors, I've been very lucky. Some of my best mentors have been some really feminist, fantastic senior men in the industry. So I think I've been very blessed and fortunate that way. I know it doesn't happen all the time. So for me, to look at them, that's the emulation point for me. Of course, we've all faced multiple. I think that can be a whole Netflix series in itself in terms of number of episodes that can go on. But I think very critical is whether anybody at the workplace, there is a lot of unconscious bias that's already there. Your stereotyping basis, what you've seen, how you've grown up, where you come from. So then you're just looking at everyone else and just bucketing people. Automatically, wo cohorts, personas, आप automatically I think that if everyone can just stop that, and I think women do it a lot better than men in that sense because we organically multitask. We can, and just the empathy quotient is a lot higher. But that's not because we are nurturing and we can become mothers. Okay? So that's again bias. So not because of that. But just generally speaking, as a gender, I think we're just attuned to being a lot more discerning. So you listen a lot more. You're not like already picking something that someone is saying and already quickly drawing conclusions, because there is this whole, I don't know what the word is, speed, agility. There's a lot of corporate terms that get used, but for men it's like, okay, fatafat karna hai. So you're listening also only that much. I think men and Gen Zs in that way are very similar in terms of the listening capacity is only, I'll hear 10 words and then okay, I took two words out of it, okay. This generation of women will actually listen. There's a lot of capacity to listen patiently, and when you listen, that empathy is developed because you know then, like you spoke of understanding, you spoke of I don't want to be judged. It comes from there. I think that's the point. Just listen to people. You know what to do about that.
That's a very interesting answer. Just listen. Yeah.
No, just connecting it to the filmmaking world as well. मतलब मैंने बहुत सारे लोगों के साथ काम किया है, अलग-अलग directors, and the major difference that I also personally felt was that the empathy, the nurturing quality that there is, that with all the women creators, मतलब ऐसा नहीं है कि काम नहीं हो रहा है तो आपको गुस्सा नहीं आता है, you don't react, or you can't, that there is a certain time you have to wrap the shoot within this time, production hai, paisa hai, everything. I think that the empathy, I don't want to call it the mother-like quality that there is, but that's what I've always felt, that the whole vibe, the whole energy on the set only changes. It is very warm, and it is a very collaborative effort. कि कोई आपको अगर कोई suggestion दिए तो आपको patiently सुना जाएगा. Patient फिर आपको बोल भी दिया जाएगा कि नहीं यार ये नहीं करना, ये अच्छा नहीं लगता है. We'll do that only. But that assertiveness is also with a calm mind. It's not with coming from a place of ego कि नहीं ये नहीं होगा, ये मेरा set है मैं बताऊंगा. It's not that. So and another interesting thing that I've always felt like I've been a writer, I've been an actor, and we were making a show. I will not drop the name, but we were making the show, and apart from me, the entire cast, the cast of actors were all males. And I was like, yeah, ये तो बहुत, it is not looking only very nice, and there should be more women in the show. क्या हो रहा है? And of course, the scripting had already been done, and we were in the process of casting. And they were like, यार अब तो हो गया, अब तो क्या करना, कैसे होगा? And then I was like, okay, I'll take the script, so I'll come back tomorrow, and we'll speak tomorrow. And then I read all the scripts and सारे episodes पढ़े, मैंने देखा क्या, and then I finally found, and I love doing this. Especially अगर कोई मेरी casting में बात सुन रहा होता है तो, that I then particularly found so many parts who were just written gender neutral. अगर ये लड़के की जगह लड़की ने भी play किया, it will not make any difference to the show, to the content of the show, to the context of the show. And it's just that on the screen also, when you look at it, it looks more colorful, yeah. And yeah, I think it was just that sort of an insight that I know long way to go, but यही सारी छोटी-छोटी चीजें in our capacity, in our ways, I think that will make the big difference.
I think that's fantastic, and unfortunately, we're going to end this panel. But some great lessons. One is keep listening, don't pass judgments, and so many of them. But I'm sure this conversation can keep continuing, and ideally, it should never stop, right? So I think take these conversations back to your workplace, take these conversations back to your homes, and keep talking about it. Thank you. You women have been beautiful, wonderful. Thank you.
Gentlemen, the claps, I believe, can be a little louder. It's about Nari Shakti Zindabad, celebrating womanhood, right? All those who taali bajaiye, please. Let's show them the power. Thank you so much. I'll request you all to kindly wait. We have some token of appreciation as well for all of you. Token of appreciation. Thank you so much. Some really important insights shared on mentorship. I think really important when it comes to going forward in life. Hello, sir. We'll have all of you having the token of appreciation, and then we'll have a group photo of as well. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the token of appreciation for all the wonderful things that they have said. Please जोर से ताली बजाइए. Yes, thank you. They deserve every bit of it. And I love that set wala moment where you said, I think you're just the only woman over there and no others. I think 2024, by 2025 maybe, I think we can reverse it, right? Hopefully. So हो गया already. Great. वो बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट है. Wow. Like a lovely star-studded moment. After that, they were all around. Thank you so much. And एक और बार बोलूँगा, please ताली बजा दीजिए. Long enough session, good one, insightful one. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. I believe it's got ended there. We will continue. So will they ask them to remove? Okay. So right now we'll be moving forward with the awards. उसके पहले इनको थोड़ा time दे देते so that they can move and get sorted.
So keep it. I'm gonna.
Am I loud and clear to everyone at the back? Mic के वजह से कि मेरे अपने गले के वजह से? Either way, clear, right? Thank you. I needed that thumbs up. काम हो जाने के बाद फिर हेल्प करने वाले आप भी यही सोच रहे हो. All right, sorted, perfect, thank you. So I think that was quite an interesting panel discussion. बहुत interesting चीजें हम लोग ने discuss किया about the importance of mentorship and a lot of other stuff. Right now it's time to move forward with the awards, the Women Disruptor Awards, before we of course move forward to lunch. So right now it's about Women Disruptor Awards 2024, and the first category is Excellence in the Field of Account Planning, and the winner is, लेकिन उसके पहले of course I have to call upon stage the presenters as well. So for the next few set of awards, I request Mr. Vivek Bhargava from Profit Wheel and Sanjukta Kapoor from Republic Gold to kindly join me over here, please. Thank you so much. More Tali, please, for both of them. Thank you. All right, so I'll repeat the category once again for you all. It's Excellence in the Field of Account Planning. And the winner is Anushka Sangvi from No Filter Group. Ladies and gentlemen, Zor se Tali, please, once again. Anushka Sangvi ke liye. Where's our first winner? Is she hiding somewhere? Huh? Our winner is Anushka Sanghvi from No Filter Group. Talia once again, please, or Jorse. Congratulations. This is the moment you need to clap again, please. Thank you. Congratulations. I love the background music. What was out? Yes. अभी लग रहा है ऑस्कर वाला फीलिंग आ रहा है. Thank you so much for joining us over here. I request you to kindly stay back. We have a few more set of awards. So the next one that we want to honor is excellence in the field of account planning game. The winner is Neeti Bhola from Arm Worldwide. Neeti Bhola, can you throw some talis, please? Thank you so much for coming over here. It's right over here. Congratulations. Please come over here in the middle and yeah. Congratulations. This award is about celebrating excellence that women perform in their respective fields, the personalities. It's all about cheering for each other, right? Thank you so much. Moving on to the next award. It is Agency Head of the Year. And the award goes to Saili Joshi from MediaWire. Saili Joshi ke liye zor se taali, please, once again. Congratulations. Congratulations. मुझे एनर्जी थोड़ा कम लग रहा है यहाँ पे. Please, yes. वरना मैं खुद बजाने लगूंगा ताली like this, come on. Thank you. Congratulations. No, we have few more. All right. So the next award, दिख रहा है क्या किसी को यहाँ पे? I don't want to show the award. All right. So the next award is excellence in the field of corporate communications. And the award goes to Sadia Khan from Hero MotoCorp. Ladies and gentlemen. Please don't think that he's Sadia. Sadia unfortunately is not here. He's collecting it on their behalf. He's not Sadia. मैं वापस clear करता हूँ. Thank you so much to you for coming and accepting this on behalf of Sadia. He's the only lucky man to be here apart from me. Thank you. All right. Time to move forward to the next award. The next award is Excellence in the Field of Influencer Marketing. The award goes to Charu Mishra from Arm Worldwide. Charu Mishra, once again, give it up, ladies and gentlemen. I love the smile that you're carrying on your face when you're getting this, huh? The true reaction of everybody winning an award. Thank you. Talia, please, yes. I love the slot over here who are leading the cheers and appreciation.
वो नाम के नीचे आ जाएगी. ओके यार देखिए.
Thank you so much. Congratulations once again. All right, so the next award is Excellence in the Field of Marketing. The award goes to Cherishma Lahori from Viacom 18 Media Private Limited. उनके लिए जोर से ताली, please. Give it up. Oh yes, that's how the background music should be. और बढ़ाओ. Yes. एकदम vibe होना चाहिए वैसा. Congratulations. Thank you. Please don't scold me. Huh? I know your legs are hurting, but few more. All right, the next award is for excellence in the field of marketing. And this one goes to, without any further ado, Muskan Wadhwa from Big Trunk Communications. Congratulations. You know, this is the excitement and energy we need in life. मैंने तो मुस्कान बोला हुआ है, वहीं से सभी उठ गए. Congratulations. Thank you so much. So the next award is for excellence in the field of media buying. And for this, may I please request Shubhra Datta to kindly come from Group M Nexus. She's the winner over here, ladies and gentlemen. Zor se taali, please, for Shubhra Datta. You don't have one? Okay, sorry. I was just imagining them. All right, so the next one and the last one before I let you guys sit would be excellence in the field of media buying again. And this one goes to Alakananda Mukherjee from Group M Nexus, please. Unke liye zor se taali. Yes. She is here. Yes, you can clap. Congratulations. Thank you so much. Request you both to kindly take your seats. Must be thinking बहुत परेशान किया मैंने. So sorry. Thank you. So for the next set of awards, I'd like to call upon stage Nikita Agarwal from Suta and Sanjay Tripathi from Brisbane. Over here, please. Unke liye zor se taali for our next set of awards or presenters. Thank you so much. You both are looking wonderful. And on this note, I'll quickly move to the next award. It is excellence in the field of media planning. And this one goes to Dhwani Thakkar from Big Trunk Communications, ladies and gentlemen. Dhwani ke liye zor se taali. Yes. फोटो हुआ ना बाद में आपको ही बोलेंगे अच्छा बुकिंग मूवमेंट का नहीं हुआ Hello, thank you so much. On that note, quickly moving to the next award. It is excellence in the field of media planning. And this one goes to Rupali Chavan from DDB Mudra, ladies and gentlemen. Rupali Chavan, zor se taali. Can I request you all to clap like this? Raise your hands. Yes, thank you. That's how we do it. Thank you. Thank you so much. All right, the next one is excellence in the field of media planning once again. This one, ladies and gentlemen, zor se taali, please, for Nisha Adwania from Zenith, India. Congratulations. Having a smile on your face. Congratulations. Again, time to move to the next award. It is excellence. Am I running बहुत ज़्यादा जल्दी सुनाई दे रहा है सबको प्रॉपर? कुछ हो जाए तो बीच में रोक देना please. I'm used to scolding. All right. So the next award is excellence in the field of public relations. May I please have the honor and privilege of calling up on stage Sonam Shah, Chief Communications, as the winner for this one. Congratulations, Sonam Shah. Congratulations. You know, ladies and gentlemen, this is the moment when the photo op happens. That is when you need to clap and appreciate the hard work that they have done behind getting this award. Thank you. Thank you so much. Quickly moving to the next one. It is excellence in the field of corporate communications this time. The winner is Paromita Kundu from PNG Health. Paromita Kundu, zor se taaliyan, the loudest cheers please for her. Wow. Congratulations. All right, quickly moving to the next one. It is excellence in the field of corporate communications once again, and this one goes to Pragati Chavan from DDB Mudra. Give it up for her, please. ताली आप लोग नहीं बजाओगे तो मैं बजा दूंगा अकेले. Yes. Wow. Congratulations. Great stuff. Thank you. Moving on quickly to the next award. It is excellence in the field of operations. And the winner is Deepa Khatri from Big Front Communications. Zor se taali please for Deepa Khatri. Congratulations. Thank you. Congratulations. All right, quickly moving to the next award. This is Content Game Changer of the Year. Ladies and gentlemen, the loudest cheers for Suchita Shah from Viacom 18 Media Private Limited and TV. Congratulations, ma'am. ताली बजाइए please. I know you all are hungry, but then we can at least wait a little longer and appreciate them. Thank you. All right, quickly moving to the next award. It is Marketing Head of the Year. The award goes to Mansi Bhatia from Shuglu Group. Once again, congratulations. Thank you so much for joining us over here. मेरा फंडा सिंपल है. मुझे अवार्ड नहीं मिल रहा है तो जिनको मिल रहा है उनके लिए जोर से ताली बजाऊंगा. That's how you do it. That's how you attract good customers, right? Congratulations, Mansi. Thank you. Moving to the next award. It is Agency Head of the Year. And the award goes to Heta Desai Bandal from Sociomart. Give it up for her, please, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for joining us over here. It's a pleasure. All right, the next award is for the Entrepreneur of the Year. Give it up, ladies and gentlemen, for Harshita Singh from Times Prime. Yes. Harshita Singh it is. और थोड़ा ज़्यादा एनर्जी. Congratulations. You know, I've been told that I need to behave properly. Otherwise, had I not been told, I would have been sitting or standing on top of the chair and then cheering. But I can't do that, of course. Congratulations once again. Quickly moving to the next award. थोड़े से और बात. All right, it is excellence in the field of new business development. I love the category name itself. It is Nikita Nanda from Adfactors PR. Congratulations once again. It must be like a little jump for you, right, from your office building over here. Congratulations, Nikita Nanda. Thank you so much for joining us. Quickly moving to the next award. Ladies and gentlemen, it is excellence in the field of client servicing. And the award goes to Ishika Jagri from Howl Digital. I so wish I could have done a howl, but congratulations, Ishika. Thank you so much. On that note, moving forward to the next award, few more awards remaining before we move forward to lunch. Just a little bit of heads up. The next award is Excellence in the Field of Media Buying. And the winner is Janvi Mehta from Mindshare India. Congratulations, Janvi Mehta. Give it up for Janvi Mehta, ladies and gentlemen. Congratulations. All right, time to move forward to the next award. His Excellence in the Field of Media Planning. Ladies and gentlemen, the loudest cheers for Saloni Nahata from Howl Digital, ladies and gentlemen. Congratulations. Okay. So this, I believe, is the last award before lunch, and then we have the remaining going. Second last, okay. So this award is for excellence in the field of design innovation and user-centered experience. Ladies and gentlemen, I love the name itself. It's Saili Khara from Howl Digital, ladies and gentlemen. Tali Sorse. Congratulations. Thank you. All right. So the last award before lunch. Once again, I'll be repeating. Dilon ki dhadkan zor se बढ़ रही है. On that note, excellence in the field of art direction. I'll repeat, excellence in the field of art direction. And the winner is Anushka Sangvi from No Filter Group. Ladies and gentlemen, zor se taali, please. Thank you so much. थोड़ा सा गलत बोला था, please. This one is the last one, of course, before lunch. सच बोल रहा हूँ मैं कसम से. Trust me on that. This one is for excellence in the field of new business development. Ladies and gentlemen, the loudest cheers for Shika Davesar from 22 Feet Tribal Worldwide. Congratulations. Thank you so much. Congratulations once again. Love the smile properly. खींचिए वरना काटेंगे बाल. Thank you so much. Request you to kindly take your seats. You've been great. Ladies and gentlemen, a quick important announcement before I officially declare lunch. भूख मुझे भी लगा है लेकिन थोड़ा सा 2 मिनट और. It's an important announcement. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my extreme privilege and honor to announce the fact that AdGully has tied up with Republic TV for a social cause campaign to increase the voter turnout for upcoming, and this will be promoted on Republic TV and Republic social media handles. All you need to say is the line, "Desh ko lagaye nazar ka tika, vote zarur karenge." What? So can you please repeat this after me? Last request before lunch. That's me. Pakka. Please trust my innocent face when I say this. It is "Desh ko lagaye nazar ka tika, vote zarur kare." Can you repeat? देश को लगाए. I wish my IQ was this. एक बार में सब लोग समझ जाते. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. On that note, I officially declare lunch. We'll be soon back with the second half. Thank you so much. Mic off कर दो please. अरे mic थोड़ा off कर दो.
बंद है. बोल रहा है कि सामने खाए के लिए हटाओ कुछ चालू तो दिक्कत नहीं नहीं है तो